This is a quick tip for helping your synth bass or any bass sit better in a mix and cut through better when you're listening back on laptops, phones, tablets. In this particular case, what I've done is I've used the same trick to add some stereo width to the bass. This is basically a bass line I played on my Korg Midalog analog synth, and it's just played in straight, no quantizing or anything. It's a really nice, warm, moogie type sound. Yeah, it sounds nice, but it's getting lost a little bit in amongst the other elements, and especially when you listen back on a smaller device. So yeah, quite a trick I like to do, and I think is fairly common amongst sort of mix engineers these days, is to create another layer of the bass. So I've bounced that in place, and this is the bounced in place layer, and on that layer I've done a EQ to take away the bass frequencies, so you're not getting a doubling up of all of the massive low end. Then I'm using Soundtoys Deluxe, which is a really cool audio level destroyer by its own definition. It's doing like super heavy compression and some distortion. So I've got the mix at 100%. It sounds like this without it. It's just distorting the hell out of those higher mid frequencies. Then I'm putting it through a plugin which I think is free called OSL Chorus, and that's basically modelled on the chorus circuit of a Juno 60. And then I'm blending in slow rate, not very deep, but it's about 50%, so giving it some width. Without that, it's got a bit of modulation on there. So yeah, nice bit of chorus. And then those two plugins, just in case I've added any low end, I've used another EQ at the end, just a Logic EQ rolling off the low end, same as the first EQ. I think the Devilock Deluxe had added some more low end again. And I really didn't want any low end in this. It's all about just the higher bite and the mid range. So when you have the two sounds together, keep all that nice bassy bass niceness, bassy bass niceness, but you get this extra layer which helps the sound cut through. And in the mix, without it, with it, and in context it actually is relatively subtle, but in reality it's doing quite a lot. Either you can feel the bass and hear the bass without it on nice speakers and headphones, having this extra layer. Again, it's not taking anything away from the bass, it's just adding this extra width and this extra texture and the mid-range frequencies. So yeah, I hope that helps. I mean, you can use it on bass guitar as well, similar thing, and obviously dial in the effects to your taste. I've often done this before, where the second layer is using a bit crusher or an overdrive, and then using some sort of slap back delay very subtly for the stereo width rather than a chorus. So and that can work better for more percussive sounds. So yeah, anyway, hope that helps. Hope you've enjoyed watching.